What's up, YouTube? This is Slide88Fry here. Hey, I finally shaved, and I admit that despite letting my beard grow out that much, for once, it actually looked kind of good on me. I always thought that I couldn't grow facial hair well, but I guess if it's growing long enough, it will still look good on me. But unfortunately, I had to shave eventually. I didn't want my wife to get itchy or hurt when I kiss her. And I'm better looking when I shave. Anyways, forget about my appearance, although you will be seeing me this whole time. I'm glad to have shaved, but I wish I hadn't waited so damn long because, my goodness, it took forever to shave with my dollar store razor blades and dollar store shaving cream, especially when the shaving cream was melting. Ugh. I need to find that electric razor my wife got me because it'll be a lot easier to shave on a daily basis with that. Anyways, once again, another one of my shorts, which wasn't actually being watched very much. In fact, it's that Santa Rosa Please Fix These Terrible Parking Meters short. It had about like 33 views or something. It wasn't really performing that greatly, and then out of nowhere it has 1.4 thousand views or 1,400 views. Like, where'd that come from? I appreciate it though. That's awesome. But anyways, I don't know how the YouTube algorithm works. Sometimes the videos just get views all of a sudden, sometimes they don't. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. That's what I'm showing you on this screenshot from my analytics. Let's actually move on to the video I'm reacting to today of Angry Video Game Nerd. Let's do this. And my birthday's tomorrow. My 33rd birthday is tomorrow, June 19th, by the way. Looking forward to celebrating that at Scandia and Epicenter.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Thanks about the sponsor. Don't care. I'm actually pretty sure you don't need to find foreign
ExpressVPN.
Watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, because I'm pretty sure that movie's on Hulu, or is it on Amazon? I don't remember, but it doesn't matter.
.com/Cinemassacre, or by clicking the link in the description below.
No, just move on to the fucking video.
Easy Angry.
So, Sega Game Gear tips. It just seems like a really random thing to tackle, but let's go for it.
When it comes to video game promotions, one of the weirdest was Sega's hotel sponsorship. I cut my thumb. Did you even know that Howard Johnson was the official hotel for Sega Fun? Did you even know what a...
Okay, I just love how he just so casually said, oh, I cut my thumb. Like, oh yeah, I cut my thumb, by the way.
Howard Johnson was? Well, if you didn't, this long-haired byproduct of 90s stereotype Johnson was one of the weirdest was Sega's hotel sponsorship. I cut my thumb.
Yeah.
Did you even know that Howard Johnson was the official hotel for Sega Fun? Did you even know what a Howard Johnson was? Well, if you didn't, this long-haired byproduct of 90s stereotypes and corporate greed will drill it into your soul.
Okay.
Today, we're going to find out why cool kids go Hojo with Sega. What the hell is Hojo? You'll find that out too. Imagine for a moment, you're trying to have a relaxing stay at a hotel, but this deranged anal belch of a human assaults your senses at every step while he tries to force you to play Game Gear because he's obsessed with two things and two things only: Howard Johnson and Game Gear. And that's what we're talking about today. An awful line of VHS tapes called Sega Game Gear tips. They were sold at Howard Johnson in the mid-90s. In today's age, video game information can be found everywhere, but back then, you had to get magazines, or in some case, VHS tapes, like those secret video game strategy tapes that I actually rented from the video store. It was the first time I remember seeing recorded video game playback, aside from commercials. At the time, I thought it was amazing. Nintendo produced a lot of these during the SNES and N64 generation.
Yeah, they did.
It was an experimental era, as many of these tapes were.
I remember watching, back then, I remember watching a VHS tape where they reviewed Donkey Kong 64, and I forget what the other game was. The other one just didn't really stand out to me as much, oddly, but I know there was 2 games they reviewed on there, and then they talked about like some secrets in Ocarina of Time and That's all I can remember from it. But yeah, I recall watching one of those VHS tapes for the N64.
Pretty awkward.
This isn't right, because I just got done. I didn't go all the way up the wall. So I can't say disappearing. I didn't go all the way up, and I went up the wall and fell, and just pushed the button and fell. I just remember that right when I was...
Sega Game Tips, sometimes called Sega Game Gear Tips, is a series of sponsored Sega game-related videos that are some of the weirdest things I've ever watched. I mean, almost as weird as plumbers don't wear ties.
Can't be as weird as
of
that.
the 4 tapes, 3 of them star this annoying 90s fuck who sounds like, I don't know, a mix of Gambit from X-Men and Foghorn Leghorn, maybe?
Because next to Sega video games, food is my favorite thing in the techno jungle.
They were sometimes sponsored by different companies like Oscar Mayer and Post Cereal. But the ones we're talking about today are for Howard Johnson hotels. The Post Cereal one also has the same guy as the Howard Johnson tape, Michael B. He's one of the most annoying characters in the world. He's basically what you get when a bunch of out-of-touch corporate morons try to appeal to the youth of the 90s.
Yeah.
What am I doing? What?
Nowadays, the out-of-touch corporate morons try to appeal to the youth of today with, or even the millennials with emojis, like that stupid Chevy commercial when they wanted people to review it with emojis. What's actually really funny is somebody who was talking about this stuff on a YouTube video, he actually zoomed in on the black chick sitting in the corner, and she had like this puzzled look on her face, like, why are we doing this kind of thing, which I thought was really hilarious. You don't notice that when you watch the ad initially, but if you take a close look at that, you'll notice that she just thinks it's really stupid what they're doing. Anyways, let's continue.
So obviously, the tapes were made to promote Sega, and if you were staying at a Howard Johnson, you could rent a Game Gear. I guess mostly for parents to occupy their kids with. It's kind of like when you go into a hotel and there's a game console built into the TV.
Oh, yeah,
you could also get a VHS tape or a fun pack that was filled with stickers and buttons and shit. 2 different tapes were released during the promotion. They're exactly the same, except for the Game Gear tips, which suck balls anyway. The video is just a thinly veiled advertisement with some bullshit game tips sprinkled in once in a while. And trust me, calling them tips is generous. They're usually something anyone could figure out easily by just playing the damn game.
That's really bad. You can't, those are not tips if it's stuff that you can just figure out playing the game. But as for what he said about the, the N64s attached to hotel room TVs, those are so terrible. Obviously he had his It's Bullshit episode from like 2006 or something of hotel room TVs, worth a watch. It's hilarious. I don't think they're like that anymore, but like back then, I couldn't believe that's what they would do, is have some attached N64 to the TV that requires paying like some kind of hourly rate or something to play. Like, that's just stupid, man.
This tip for Taz is literally how to go through a door.
Thank God I have a tape that tells me the basic functions. How else would I have figured out the way to go through a door is to go through the fucking door?
The tips are there just to make you forget you're watching a long Howard Johnson commercial. That's what this is, except it's a commercial you pay $10 for. The video's plot, yes, plot, is beyond absurd. It starts with this cranky-ass business guy who just wants to relax at Howard Johnson, but everywhere he goes, he's pestered by this long-haired douchebag who tries to force him to play Game Gear. The camera...
I have to admit, being able to rent a Game Gear at the hotel, though, that's kind of cool. It is kind of cool, because at least it's an actual system, but... yeah, I'm sure it comes with fees and all this crap, though.
Work and editing is some of the most annoying shit you could imagine. The camera's always moving, like the operator filmed it while being beaten by rabid baboons. There's also a strobe light or something that keeps going off. Yeah. This tape is an assault to your senses. It's like some kind of CIA torture method. I'd rather hook my balls to a car battery. He also has possibly the most irritating catchphrase I've ever heard.
And you know, sir, that Howard Johnson is the family vacation hotel. And kids go, Hojo! Hojo! With Sega.
So what is Hojo? I think it's some kind of abbreviation of Howard Johnson, but I've never heard one person in my entire life say go Hojo.
Nobody does that.
Imagine stopping at some shitty hotel and all the kids there are running around with their faces glued to these low-res Game Gear screens screaming Hojo! Hojo! Who said that? Who said Hojo?
Hojo!
If I knew anyone who ran around with a Game Gear and screamed Hojo and they weren't trying to be ironic, I'd shit out my dick. That's a real stretch to try to make the name Howard Johnson sound cool to 90s preteens.
Yeah,
that's like the
so
chain
stupid.
Restaurant Buffalo Wild Wings. It's sometimes called B-dubs. Yeah, I've heard people call it that, and it actually shows up on their menus.
But come to think of it, B-dubs puts a smile on my face. I'm calling it fucking B-dubs.
Also, instead of Hojo, shouldn't it be Howja? Because it's Howard Johnson? Why am I thinking so deeply into this shit? I'd rather talk about B-dubs. Fucking B-dubs. Yeah. So anyway, this poor guy just wants to take...
Okay. After this, let's all go to Buffalo Wild Wings and have the time of our lives.
a nap, but everywhere he goes, he's hounded by this crazy dude. It's like the plot of a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
What'd you bring me, Daddy?
He always speaks in extreme close-up, and with all these trippy angles, flashes, and jump cuts, it comes off like he's some kind of pushy drug dealer from a public service announcement.
Yeah,
it's almost like the Game Gear is the drug. It actually feels like it's trying to advertise not to play Game Gear. Every so often, this weird disembodied head pops up and gives random tidbits about the Sega promotion.
From Memorial Day weekend to Labor Day weekend, a child accompanied by an adult staying at Howard Johnson has a choice of a free fun pack or Sega Game Gear game tip video. But without a kid, you grown-ups have to pay for it.
Who is that guy? Beats me. I thought he was with you.
I guess he's like the hotel's lawyer or something. And it's a good thing they have one, because if I were this businessman, I'd sue the dick off this hotel chain for causing me anxiety. Like, shit, if the guy doesn't want to play a fucking Game Gear, then just leave him alone.
Exactly, just
So
do
after
that.
some more shitty game tips, the business guy goes to grab some food, and of course, the same guy is also the waiter. What a wacky motherfucker.
That is terrible.
I just want to get something to eat. No problem, sir. Our specials today are the Sonic Salad, a knuckle knockwurst.
Knuckles knockwurst sounds messed up. Makes me think they ground up knuckles into a sausage. Seeing how fucked up this hotel is, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay at the Bates Motel with a fucking overlook. So the same thing keeps happening over and over for the entire tape. Business guy wants to do something, long-haired jackass whips out a Game Gear, tells him how Howard Johnson is the official hotel of Sega video game fun, and then the business guy has a mental breakdown. It's like a nightmare. Eventually, the business guy heads to his room, where it just so happens a member of the housekeeping staff is fixing up. So he walks in, sees this attractive woman, and then, oh no, he turns into a total creep and starts putting on the moves.
Oh, holy fucking shit.
This is so insanely inappropriate.
can't believe-
It's unbelievable they let this pass in an advertisement for a hotel. It's
Yeah,
another reason
and
why
for
this tape
Game
could
Gear.
never exist today.
If something's not quite right, just let us know. If it's within our control, we'll make it right, or that night is free.
Well, that's very nice.
But things take a twist, because when she turns around,
Oh God! It's
take
him.
one guess
It's that
who
guy.
she is.
It's the guy.
Yep, you
The-
guessed it.
forget
It's
it.
the crazy dude in disguise, complete with
You
pigtails.
fucking douchebag.
Then the business guy passes out.
Well, who wouldn't pass out then?
So after all the different types of harassment we've witnessed in this
Yes.
psychotic hotel, the
Yes.
businessman finally decides to play the Game Gear and enjoys it. He reacts to it like someone's tickling his anus. After all that, it's time for him to head out, hopefully to B-dubs. This next part puts a nice little bow on this package of flaming dog shit. Check this out. First, the guy pulls some sick moves when he's leaving. I love how they try to make his little jump look badass. They put it in slow-mo and add some kind of shake
just a
effect
normal
like this
jump.
dude pushed the entire earth down. And then he bumps into the car.
Oops.
But after he gets in the car, he gives the crazy dude his tip, the Game Gear, and then he turns into the crazy dude. Oh, what a fucking twist. Oh, B-dubs.
That
Then we
doesn't
get a
make
closing
sense.
voiceover, like a shitty version of The Twilight Zone. It even goes to black and white with the crazy dude using Rod Serling quotes like, little did he suspect.
Now, little did he suspect that I was all waiting for him right here at this Howard Johnson.
Rod Serling's spinning in his grave so hard, he's probably drilled to the center of the earth by now.
Yeah.
To sum it up, this might be the worst gaming thing I've ever seen, and the worst thing the 90s has to offer in general. It's mind-numbing bullshit your grandparents could have written. It'll make you avoid a Howard Johnson hotel at any cost, where kids go, Hojo! You'd rather jump in a pool of venomous snakes
Probably, yeah.
than stay here. You'll want to shove a Game Gear up Howard Johnson's asshole. A Game Gear inside of Howard Johnson's asshole sideways. It's what you call a fun pack, and that is packing in the fun. It's a shitload of fuck. It's a bullfuck B-dubbing motherfucking sucker of shit. And I don't like it.
Welcome to the next level.
Wow. Wow, that was some weird shit I just saw there. Well, you know, it's a weird product to do a review of, but he made it really fun, did a really good job with it. Really enjoyed this video. It was a blast. My gosh, what the hell were they thinking, man? I can't believe such a tape exists. It just defies all logic and common sense. Like, why would that get people to want to go to the hotel or to rent the Game Gear? Why would that get anybody to want to do any of that stuff? That's just, it's like an anti-ad, you know? It's an ad that's supposed to make things worse. It's an ad that says, stay away from me. Oh my goodness. You know, actually, it's kind of like that stupid dog I have at home. Well, not my dog. It belongs to the roommates who are, quite frankly, very inconsiderate because they let this dog bark all day and night. But anyways, not like they're going to watch this. But anyways, this dog seems to think that barking and charging at you means pet me. When most of the time when a dog barks and charges at you, it's wanting to attack you. Or it means stay away from me or I'm going to attack. When it barks, it thinks that means you'll pet it. It's like it's trying to force you to pet it. And yeah, if you don't take the bait, if you just are like, screw this, I'm not petting you, you little bastard, it barks at you more. Anyways, it's like that. The anti-attention. Anyways, this was such a blast to watch. I did some more editing of my Sonic movie review, speaking of, you know, Sega, Sonic, whatever. And I'm enjoying myself with this review, making it. There is a completed first draft, which I already uploaded to Facebook, but I'm actually going to have that uploaded here to YouTube. When you see that first draft, that means the finished video is just around the corner. It'll be uploaded the very next day, maybe the same day, maybe a couple days later, but it's coming. I'm working hard on it. There's not too much, there isn't too much left. The problem is I just have to work a lot of long hours with my job. Fortunately, in just 3 hours of working for DoorDash from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. I made $96 just like that. So I was able to take some time off to work on the video and to do this Reacts video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for my Sonic movie review. I'm trying to make it, instead of just doing videos like this where I'm just talking, reacting, and uploading, no editing, there's a lot of editing, a lot of things done on it. If you want to actually see proof that I actually do try to make, you know, professional style videos, up here, check it out. It's my compilation of comedy videos I made from 2009 to 2020. It's about the length of a movie, an hour 47 minutes, worth watching. And then you'll see that I actually make professional stuff too. But that said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click that bell icon to add me to notifications. I appreciate it. And one more thing before I forget, you can also check out my AVGN Reacts video playlist. I haven't reacted to every episode of AVGN, but I've reacted to several, and it's worth checking out. Almost forgot to mention that, but yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon to get notifications. See ya. And stay tuned for that Sonic movie review.